Welcome everybody to Arrivals Cast LXC Sentinel Week 2. Joined by Husky, a new face today. Husky, how's your night going?
It's going good, man. I'm ready for some nice League of Legends. We gotta get on that win board this week. No more snowstorms in Florida, so we should be pretty good.
Good. Yeah, hopefully we should be good. Looks like draft ready checks are going through. I got a dip, so this is all you. You gotta talk through the draft. Don't divulge too many picks. But I will be back.
All right. So right now, with the two teams just waiting, it looks like we got the blue team right now. So that is our rivals team, Righteous, gonna help them with the draft. So he's getting in there, talking some strats. Last week, a little rough for rivals. I can hear you. You back? Righteous, I can hear you too. You do not want to divulge the giraffe strats live on stream, I assure you, sir. All right. It looks like he's muted, so that's a relief right there. Not that they can beat us anyways, but just kidding. HPB had a really good week. They probably look like the strongest team week 1. So, it's going to be a challenge for sure for this rivals team. They're going to start out with the Singed ban. And let's see HPB going to counter with Maokai. Maokai, such a great flex pick. You can flex him top, jungles, support, and the Zac ban coming in for rivals. Looking to take out some AP frontliners from the looks of it. Let's see what HPB counters with here. See if they're trying to focus a specific lane or person. Let's see. And it's going to be the Syndra. Sallow has a great Syndra. Didn't go so well. Oh, no. Orianna. Okay. Also a great Orianna in the mid lane. That makes a lot of sense. Try to get Sallow on a different pick there. Rivals now. They're going to be the first pick in this one. They're going to take away the Misfortune. Okay. So BK's not going to be playing Misfortune. That is going to be the first time he plays someone other than Misfortune. He played her 3 times last week. As a Misfortune merchant myself, I appreciated that. We'll see what he can do on something else this week. HPP now getting their last spin in. Let's see who it's going to be. And it's going to be Katarina. Okay. So we got 2 mid lane champs and a flex champ that banned by HPB. Rivals now. Let's see. 80 carry makes a lot of sense here. Maybe the jungler as well. And we're going to lock Caitlyn in. All right. BK's Caitlyn. Let's see it. Caitlyn, very strong laning champ. See if we can win game. Win lane, win game. That's what Caitlyn does. How is HPB going to respond? My guess is that they take ADC and jungle here. You see the Caitlyn. Ashe is a good counter to that. Let's see what they go with. Zeri. Okay. Last week, they did have a pop-off game on Zeri, so that makes a lot of sense. It was key on Zeri, a lot of kills, and J4 Jarvan going to be coming out in the jungle. So you got that early game play from Jarvan, you got the scaling with Zeri. Rivals, let's see how they respond. They have the lane bully with Caitlyn. Who are they going to pair it with for CB the Barbarian? I expected jungle support pick. Okay, Poppy back. That is a 3-way flex. Poppy, one of those champs that can play support, can play jungle, can play top, but we're going to see the Nautilus. That is going to be support for CB Barbarians. So Poppy could go two ways. We'll see where they're going to flex it, but the Nautilus Caitlyn is what Rivals is going to go with. That is a strong early lane. It looks like HPB is probably going to try to scale with Zeri. A lot of times you pair her with an enchanter. Let's see if that's what they go with here. Try to play safe. And it's going to be Syndra taken off the board. So we saw that they almost banned Syndra. Instead, they end up taking Syndra, kind of taking it as a ban in itself. And then they're going to ban Victor here. We're seeing a lot of mid lane champs being taken off the board by HPB. What is the answer for Rivals? What are they going to do? And it's going to be the Milio. Milio is a great counter. Good scaling. Great counter to Nautilus. That makes a lot of sense. You don't want to see the Milio if you can take it. Let's see, HPB, are they going to ban another mid laner? You don't know where the Poppy's going. It could be Flex. So mid lane is the only thing you know that it's not. That may cause them to ban their fourth mid lane champion here. But they have 5 seconds to decide. And it's going to be the Yone, yes. 4 bans on the mid laner for Sallow for Rivals. This man is eating all of the bans. Someone else is going to have to carry this game. And the Karma ban is what comes back from Rivals. Karma, pretty strong early game, can help cover up the weaknesses Zeri has early. They don't want that. They want to eat this Zeri early, put her behind, not let her scale. And HPP, hovering Morgana. Okay. You almost have to take a ranged support here into a Caitlyn, and they're going to. It is very difficult, if the Caitlyn plays it right, to take a melee in. She has the longest range in the game. That makes a lot of sense. Morgana's going to be the pick. The Black Shield can stop the Nautilus hook. She can't stop everything. And Rivals with the response. Doesn't matter if you take mid or top jungle here. HPP holding out on top for the mid. It's going to be Akali. Okay, Akali mid. They took 5 champs from Sallow off the board. He's going to go Akali mid in this game. We got 2 frontliners, Caitlyn, Akali. Let's see what else they're looking for right here. Maybe a split push champ? Or... oh, it's a Cassante. 3 frontline. Caitlyn is going to have a lot of protection. Kali hopefully jumping on the Zeri. And HPB, who are they going to counter? They don't have the best frontline right now. They see that they're going into the Cassante. Who are they going to take in the top side of the map? We're about to find out. I expect someone that can be a good frontline champ. They only have Jarvan right now. They're going to need someone else. And it's going to be the Mordekaiser. Mord is a really strong champ. He hits R. He can take someone out of this fight. When Akali tries to jump on your backline, you can just take her out. Yeah, well, HPB definitely has more damage on their side, but not necessarily the traditional front to back. If Mordekaiser ults in a fight, it is going to be difficult. Jarvan will be the only front line, trying to protect 3 squishies, and Rivals may be able to take advantage of that. What do you guys think in the chat? Who do you think won draft here? I like the Rivals draft, but HBP, they have some pretty good scaling. Syndra, they have the Zeri. There's a lot that can go right. A lot of damage if they can land it. The Caitlyn, the Akali, those are really the only damage there. If you can kill them quick, if you can get on them, Rivals probably doesn't have the damage to win the team fights. You have to protect the Caitlyn. You're going to have to protect BKs. He's going to be the guy that's going to need to stand behind everyone and do damage in this fight. He's going to have to get ahead. Now, I like the lane matchup. Should be able to get ahead against Azeri, but I think that's going to dictate a lot of where this goes. So we will have to see how that works. Definitely, 4 bans for the Rivals mid laner. That is showing you a lot. They have a lot of respect for this guy. Didn't have the best game 3 last week. Did drop down our own power rankings, but still a lot of respect from HPB on Sallow. Like we're saying, he took 4 bans, and they took his Syndra away from him before he could pick it, basically taking 5 champs away from him. Is Rivals going to be able to carry?
Well, now I'm just mad.
With everyone else? And that's what we're looking for right here.
The ball is angry.
All right, the teams are all set with draft. They are currently in tournament draft. Everyone's banning out, getting ready to load in. I'm sure their coaches are talking about what the game plan is going to be. I don't know other things to think about here. So in the bot lane early, definitely like the Rivals bot lane. I am not overly familiar with mid lane matchups, so Akali versus Syndra. I would think Syndra being a range champ is going to at least have early ability, the early win there. Akali obviously a lot of mobility though, easy to get in. Jungle, J4, great early ganks, and they might need that. They want to get their Zeri ahead, I'm sure. Last week, that was their carry. They had a great week last week. Won 2 games pretty handily, but it was key on the Zeri in that second game that really popped off. It looks like they're going to be trying to do that again here. Top lane, Cassante versus Mordekaiser. Cassante, you're just going to be a front line here. Probably not going to beat the Mordekaiser in a fight, but you just don't lose too hard. You stay in the front line. Let the Akali carry you. Let the Caitlyn carry you. Let them do the damage. But I don't know that anyone's going to be able to match Mordekaiser if he gets ahead in a side lane. So Mordekaiser gets ahead early, gets into a side lane. It could be difficult for Rivals here. So I'm not sure anyone is going to be able to match that Mordekaiser if he gets ahead.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Oh, our coach is back.
I'm back.
How do you feel about the draft, sir?
The Zeri, if she gets ahead, is gonna be scary because of the melees of our comp, right? We really only have Caitlyn for the ranged. On the flip side, though, I think our mid game is a lot stronger. If we can eke out a little bit of a lead and then play aggressive with vision, it's going to be really hard for their team to approach. Jarvan's really their only engage. And then I guess you have like Mord flanks. We'll have to see. I'm pretty confident. I think week 1 there was a lot of extracurricular stuff going on that we didn't really have control over. So coming in here, I think we're confident. HP came off a really good game as well. So we'll have to see. Game 1, best of 3. Game 1 isn't do or die, but it'd be nice to get a win.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the early bot lane, Caitlyn versus Zeri. Caitlyn should be able to get ahead there. Nautilus also, you can get ahead with there. Morgana's not too strong early. Hopefully we can get a lead there. I think we're going to need it. If the Mordekaiser gets a lead, though, I'm not sure who's going to match him in the side lane.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I know he kind of struggles with the Kali and ship 1v1, but that'll happen when we're at the Rift. We're going to throw it to a quick intermission, and we'll be right back.
to Summoner's Rift.
Welcome back, everybody, to this game one
30
between
seconds until minions spawn.
HP Blacktip and Rivals. Rivals executing a little bit of an invade on that top side. And it looks like HP was ready, but on the wrong side of the map.
Rivals with the lane invade. You got that Nautilus hook. Looking for that, like you mentioned. We have HPB. They did their scouting. They were expecting an invade here.
Minions
They did not
have spawned.
expect the right side though, so let's see. Rivals getting some vision down. HPB now all leaving, going to their lanes. They do not know that there is vision down now.
Yeah, I mean, good little scouting ward by Rivals on that red. No response from HPB. Looks like Syndra is gonna walk in and get that Raptors ward. But you know,
Both teams should know where the jungle is now, based off of those wards.
yeah, I mean the red tells a little bit more of a story than that Raptors ward. Poppy could be doing red, so until she crosses over, I think around the 2-minute mark is when you expect her to be seen on that ward. So once that doesn't happen, I guess we will know. Taking a little bit of a risk.
We got a good trade up top. Death Knight getting some damage down on the Mord early.
Yeah,
Mord's
lots
a
of
pretty
damage.
strong champ, but he did a pretty good job there. Backing him off the wave. Mord does hit level 2 first.
Looks like DK has pretty good wave control there, which will be annoying for Reverse to try to break. Anytime you have to step into a Cassante, you step into the danger zone. So good stuff from DK so far. You know, had a really good game on Urgot in our last match. Just the power dip was kind of felt between DK and CB.
AB stepping up here. He's putting some pressure on him.
Nothing yet. Not if Slivik, we'll call him Slivik. If he's smart, he goes Black Shield level 2.
And he does.
On cue.
I believe his Black Shield is not Q. I think that's his W actually.
True. Yeah, I mean, so far, I was a little bit concerned about how our early lanes have looked. But going even, I think, is a win for Rivals at this point. You know, Syndra and Zeri trying to scale. So we'll have to see how, once we get to the 5 to 8 minute mark after that first clear rotation, how the game starts to break open.
Death Knight with that good ward there. That is probably where the gank opportunity is, but it looks like Jarvan might be hovering mid here.
Fight happening on bot side as well. Key taking a lot of damage off of a good Q from CB. Has total bush control there in that bot lane. Looks like the scuttles will just be traded as well. The problem with that ward from DK is if Jarvan walks straight up the river, could potentially be missed out, but
it looks like he's looking mid though. I can see the
Jarvan-
camps. There's nothing there. Got a D4 down. Now he's gonna recall.
Ooh. Really goes wide for CB there. Would have been big. Rev is here. Oh, not quite.
Just misses the wall.
Oh, taking
With
a
a
lot
good
of
trade.
damage.
Here comes Jarvan. Flash down. He is gonna stay and keep fighting here.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just
Harry,
used
you don't
his,
wanna-
his TP, so DK definitely wants to stay and get this wave. Ooh, the dive might come through, but Poppy's up. Poppy's on top. He got rooted as well down the
First
bot
blood
lane.
for BK in the bot lane. Poppy gonna get a kill. It is bloody all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is. Poppy doing a good job of snuffing out that potential invade. Didn't get the help from DK in time, but traded 1 for 1, which honestly, pretty good as a reactive play.
Meanwhile, we need Caitlyn ahead. up 6 CS, up a kill. We got some lethality of dirt coming back to lane. Ooh. Dark Knight a little too aggressive there on the top. Goes under the tower, eats a shot. He pays for his life.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. He knew Salo was trying to make a play up there as well, but not the best mechanical play there. Not the end of the world though. However, this Mord is 2-0, so DK will have to be careful whenever he ults. Losing those resistances.
Coming around the side.
Okay.
Let's see what kind of play we have.
It's a big wave. I don't think they want to fight in this wave.
Arvin.
Oh, infiltrates here as well. Ooh, good net from
Yards
BKs.
are down for BKs. Jarvan flash.
Jarvan's gonna go down though.
He's gonna go down. Ooh, this barely misses. We do have the roam. Both mid laners down here.
Well, Vix is just taking a ton of damage for free. Gosh.
Zeri in a dangerous spot right now. with
There's
that.
not enough mana for a Black Shield. Great Q. Okay. Not sure who got who got first to 3 kills there. It must have been. Trying to think.
Yeah.
It must have been HP, right?
I think it was HP because the Jarvan got the kill right before dying. That was the last kill they got.
Yep.
Kali going in.
Has to be careful. He is here.
Safe play. That's difficult with a Zeri. He doesn't need to see you.
Off he's here. Gets a good ultimate.
Pushes the Morgana back. We got the 2 big guys top lane. They're still fighting with each other. Death Knight down kills, but he is up a little CS right now.
Lots of pressure. Ooh.
He's gonna go all
A
out.
little wide.
Bot again.
Living
That's
forced
flash
out.
out from Morgana.
As expected.
And the Caitlyn 2 kills. Is down a little CS now. So great job by T. Even with the pressure, being able to CS effectively on the Zeri. We have Jarvan right now at the Grubs. Meanwhile, Poppy taking her farm. Looks like Ravel's just going to get that.
Yeah. Lots of action, but the gold lead is pretty much even, right? Poppy with a nice steal away of the grub means that the epic won't be claimed for HPB side for those feats of strength. Death Knight has flash available. Nice W from DK there.
Ooh, he's going to eat a tower drop for that.
Ooh,
Can't go
I know
too
DK
far.
wants to go, but he can't go past that Mord. Already having that Rylaz, this Mord is tough right now.
Poppy on the way over. I don't know what they want to fight.
Yeah, Mord having the ultimate. Just a little bit too scary. Nice pressure down on the bot side for Rivals though. Picking up some
Zeri
plays.
has recalled. It's free plates.
Ooh. I don't know if DK wants to take this.
Death Knight, he's in the Shadow Realm. Going to Brazil.
Ooh. Nice
I
little
think he
flash to avoid
survives.
Q. But Vixus is up top.
So-
I don't think DK knows. Go back off. Doesn't have Woo! Great play by CV! Oh, the ultimate from DK's I think killed him though. instead of just
Yeah, I think
autoing.
if he just keeps autoing there, he gets the kill. Unfortunately. I think you're right.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Looking at this, you know, game state, just about dead even. I will say Rivals comp a little bit more favored for the mid-game power spikes, but so far not very much of an advantage between either of these two teams. Dragon coming up in a minute and a half. We'll have to see what Rivals prioritizes. Denying grubs or picking up that second Drake.
We have Nautilus mid. It looks like he is trying to rotate.
Gonna go back bot. I don't know if they saw the Morgana, but I think they're just gonna keep supports matching.
Jarvan hovering bot right now. Looks like they're going to try to pick up the Drake here. They have some good wards down.
Uh-oh. CP engaged on. TP coming through from Polly though. CP doing a lot to buy some time. Polly's in there looking for Poppy. He looks like he's gonna go down and does. Oh, big damage. Jarvan and Syndra damage coming out just a little bit too far forward for Rivals. It's a 1-2 fight, 3 for 1 for HPB.
They did get the Zeri. That's who they were going for, but maybe they used too much for that. Didn't have much left.
Yeah. Yeah, just not respecting the Syndra damage and this Jarvan as well. Has some damage to the tank, so unfortunately for Rivals, you'll lose not only in the heal department, this Dragon. First epic for HPB. I wonder if the response will come through for Rivals or if HPB can get back on the top side of the map to deny the next set of grubs. Looks like that's what they're gonna do. Poppy on the bot side. I wonder if Rivals is just willing to give. Only about 1,000 gold lead for HPV.
Jarvan definitely heading that way. Poppy now with the Nautilus. Rivals looks like they're making the play. Both supports being called up towards the Baron pit right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at, you know...
Zeri's coming up as well, whereas Caitlyn is staying.
Yeah, and I wonder if he plays just to get one grub and run. Slivik has the ultimate available. Syndra QE goes wide. And Zeri's seen on mid, so I wonder how Rivals is going to play this. They don't have to contest. They're already denied one grub.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Does mean Voidlings will go in favor of HPB. BKs has to be careful here. Don't know if he wins the auto battle, especially if he misses the Q. BKs, oh no!
He's going to have to hit something here.
He's canceling so many autos.
That's why I don't play Caitlyn. I know I don't have hands. I'm 40 years old.
Big Caitlyn auto canceller.
You can't cancel an auto if you never auto.
True.
We got the big guys going again up in the top lane. Oh, looks like we got
infiltrate
a
caught out.
Good catch by Solo. He's keeping going top right here. Let's see if they can get the Mord.
Mord does have the ultimate available. Ooh. Goes wide. Rev is here though. Doesn't get the
nice
stun. That's a big shutdown. 400 gold lead for HPB. I don't know. Looking at the map state here, Husky, do you have a particular side you're favoring going into the, you know, just past the 15-minute mark?
I think with that Zeri, she's just going to keep getting stronger. Caitlyn's going to start falling off. They needed a bigger lead, at least from their bot wave. the bot lane. We didn't. It's pretty even right now. That's not looking so great. Syndra also pretty good scaler. So for them to keep it even with these scaling champs, that's a good sign for HPV.
Yeah, this is Zeri already, 700 gold up, or we'll call it 6 and some change into the Caitlyn. In the mid lane, Kali about 600, so splitting the difference between bot and mid. We'll call both of those carry lanes even as DK sent to Brazil. I don't know if Reverse has quite enough damage in the tank. DK does have the ultimate available. Oh no, just right off the
bot lane. No, Zeri ult coming down. Ooh, Poppy ults her away. Ult in the bot lane. And Flash having to be expended by Death Knight in the top lane.
Yeah, if you wait to reaction flash from Reverse can just follow the flash once Q starts its animation, so good preemptive flash from DK, but struggling into the ward so far. Ooh, they didn't know they were on a ward. This is really well played by Rivals.
Once again, the Zeri 5 deaths. 3 deaths all last week, 5 in the first game this week.
So that does mean Feats goes to HPV.
We have Jarvan again on the Rift Herald right now. Infiltrate. Reverse gonna come and give him a hand. Looks like Rival's not interested in contesting.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Rivals, looking at their comp between the Poppy, the Nautilus, the Akali, could thrive in making some picks, but, in even number skirmishes and team fights, it seems to not be going their way thus far. Did have a good catch out on the bottom lane there, and it's only about 500 gold separating these two teams, so definitely not losing per se.
Gonna take Dragon here. They're gonna lose mid tower for that Dragon. Looks like our first big team fight.
Straight right on in. It's gonna take a ton of damage from Rivals off. Case is low. Reverse is doing so much work on the Mordekaiser. Case does get the kill onto the Zeri, but this board, it's gonna be tough to deal with for Rivals comp.
Yeah, 5-1 already.
Blue team double kill.
BK's did a pretty good job until the end. He was staying behind his tanks, trying to play front to back. Just wasn't enough. No one could hurt the Mordekaiser. That is going to be a problem Rivals will have to figure out, but he has those Merc Spreads to take care of the Akali. Has a few levels on the Caitlyn right now. And right now Caitlyn only has the oh my gosh. Only has one item.
Yep.
The collector. So that's not a great tank killer.
No, unfortunately for Rivals, the Caitlyn didn't get as much pressure as you would have liked. Looking across the board, really the majority of this gold lead is in that top lane. Mordekaiser about 2,000 up, 2,000 and some change onto the Cassante. Cassante does scale well, but this Mordekaiser, known as a tank shredder, we'll have to see
we got
DK...
Jarvan coming up behind right now. He has a good flank angle. See if he's going to use it.
Rivals is doing a lot of damage to these towers. You are right, though. It looks like Jarvan doesn't know whether to go mid or bot. Does focus his attention on mid. Poppy's here. Ooh. The Q goes wide from CB. Interesting to see. There was no black shield available for him. He is taking extremely low.
He might be out of this fight. Someone's gonna have to block that.
But Ward is behind. DK is here though. Nice TP from DK. Well, that was an interesting interaction. Poppy ult in the Mordekaiser ult. CB gonna stay alive. This might be Rivals fight the turn, but can't get too aggressive.
Ooh, Caitlyn. DK is very low from the Syndra ult. It just seems that Rivals is lacking the damage right now. They're not able to bring that Mordekaiser low in any of these fights.
Good old Fnatic Death Rush from HPB. Don't suspect anyone from Rivals is gonna walk there. Oh, I say that, but Rev is playing a dangerous game. That sight ward the Big Rev used.
All alone.
And no tower. This Poppy is in a dangerous spot. No flash.
He's not getting out of this one.
No. Where is he?
I know, I say that. He dodges every single ability
Oh my gosh.
and gets out. Holy moly. Meanwhile,
Tower
3
phase
minutes
rush.
of- Thank you for chasing. We'll take our tower mid, thank you very much.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna get a top tower potentially as well. Right, the focus over on the top side. TP does come out from reverse. Tower won't quite go down, but reverse does have to be careful. All members of Rivals are on the top of the map.
We have an ult on the Akali.
Ooh, he goes wide. He doesn't get any ice damage. This is gonna be a dead Mordekaiser. Gracious Otacon is bot side, but there's no members of HPB there.
Someone's gonna have to answer Zeri. She's pushing the base
Yeah.
right now.
He is pushing, but I think the backs will come through. So, nice one play by Rivals. Inhibitor will not fall. Taylor has to be careful here. At the end of the day, I don't know. A positive trade. The inhibitor is now exposed to Rivals. The raid box does go down.
Yeah, we had to figure a way out how to take down the Mordekaiser. 5v1's a good way to do it.
Yeah, true. Key is low. Dragon coming up here in a minute. I wonder if the key is sitting on 3.2. Okay. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird back timer for him.
Not the most ideal back timer here. You do have to take it though.
Yeah, I don't think Rivals has enough damage or enough information to really make a crazy play here.
Both teams trying to set up vision here. No Rivals vision though on the red side of the map. Not
Yeah.
after that one's gone.
Pings are coming out onto the mid and bot lane, or sorry, mid and top towers by Rivals. So I wonder if they're just willing to give both the Dragon and Otacon in exchange for some map pressure. Seems like a wild trade to make, but
Salo pushing top. He does have TP. So he is able to join his team if needed.
CB and crew walking in, trying to get some vision. Dragon is not started up. Pings immediately coming out on this mid lane. They want to keep the pressure with this Caitlyn. I mean, look at the gold.
Clear is just isn't fair sometimes.
We'll say 600 gold up for this Zeri, and then, like we said before, about 2k for this Mordekaiser, but that's really all the gold lead that HPB has now. Mordekaiser was spotted out by a ward. Rivals knows that wherever Mord is, we probably shouldn't fight.
Everyone's dancing around Dragon and Otacon. Someone's gonna have to pull the trigger eventually.
Just a lot not happening right here at this 25-minute mark.
It's been about 3 minutes of fighting for vision.
Big QE from Vixis. The root does land onto Rev, but no follow through. Key has to be careful stepping up here. Q just wide by CB. Flash engage. The Black Shield was used on the Morgana though. This is Rivals fight to lose. Oh. At the end of the day, 2 for 1, positive for Rivals. Probably could have been a little bit cleaner, but a win is a win, but they're in trouble now.
Alright, DK getting the bot tower out of this. Baron is on the table here. Doesn't look like they're going to try to start it, though.
Yeah, no Zeri. It's really just the Moor doing the Baron damage, which they probably could have withstanded it and then withstood it, I guess, and had the Zeri come, but gonna play it safe. You know, it's really easy to lose a 1 game by Burger flipping that Baron.
Very close game gold-wise, about 2,000 gold here at 27 minutes. One side does scale a little bit better, but still could go either way now.
Yeah, once, you know, 3-4 items come through, it's less about, you know, how testy these team members are, more how are they approaching the map. Great use of big W there to see Salo. Play safe. It's interesting, I've never seen Otacon last this long in a game.
And no one has even attempted to start. We have danced. Got a nice little tangos. Oh, hits
Sailor
it.
does find the key, but has to be careful. Ooh, that forces the PP out of reverse, but BK is immediately engaged on him. And what was a good play for Rivals just nullified because BK's was caught up.
He was too far forward. It's hard. You wanna be there. You wanna get the CS, but you just can't with the Jarvan.
Yeah, especially with nobody around you, right? Definitely nobody around. Red now. He's caught out.
Well, no, he does have to expand his ult, but gets out with his life. We got pings for Baron now. Death Knight pushing that bot tower.
Yep.
And
Sigil matching.
instead of starting Baron, it looks like they're going to try to catch Rabbit's walking to it.
He does get that tier 2, lots of gold for
Still just the 2,000 deficit.
Yeah, I will say the Zeri Syndra definitely scales a bit better than what Rivals is trying, but a lot of damage with the Akali, a lot of burst damage with the Akali and Caitlyn. Just one catch. The later this game goes, death timers start slowly going up. Could be all the difference.
Other than Mordekaiser, I think that Akali can pop anyone.
Yeah.
You have 4 squishes, you're gonna have to be careful with someone that can 100 to 0 you. Speaking about being safe, that Mordekaiser is doing the opposite.
Yeah, Mord doing his best Mundo impression, can pretty much know where he pleases with the ultimate up. Now it would be a matter of can HPB get to the Mord in time if 5 members of Rivals are there. Otacon started up by Rivals. Interesting. Has to be careful with the armor and MR shred of this objective. It looks like it's going to be immediately spotted out.
From HPB.
Okay, so just pulling them across the map with Rivals, but it doesn't reset. HPB saying thanks for the leash, I guess.
Ooh, that was close. That was a nice heal.
They have the GAs. There's really no point for Rivals fighting here.
I just don't think you can.
Yeah. I think the play should have been for Rev just to play for steal, everybody else get out. Doesn't happen. In that scenario, you just be losing one. Instead, 3 go down. DK's getting damage on that top tower, but HPB might threaten an end.
20 seconds on the death timers. I think that they're going to be able to. They still have their GAs.
Yeah, they have the GAs. Lots of damage coming through. There's Halo. Pops 2. Nice use of the stopwatch as well. Buying some time for rivals. Members are respawning.
Looks like Rivals is going to walk away here.
First, the last man alive for HPV, but even without the end, the damage has been done. Inhibitor secured by HPB. Now, Nexus towers do respawn, so theoretically, if Rivals buys enough time, that lost tower doesn't mean the end of the world, but gold lead has increased substantially. This is soul for HPV.
That's going to be a soul. It's now up to 4,000 gold lead, like you mentioned. They're going to have to catch the Zeri. They're going to have to catch the Syndra.
The pressure from HPV lets them walk right into this barren side of the map. And Rev and CB are going to have to walk into all members of HPV. Infiltrate does do smoke and only catches one. Rev and CB taking low. Cavalry is arriving. Halo on the back line.
Halo is on the back line. He's going to get exhausted. That's going to be enough right there. Chasing is not going to be able to take everyone. That should be game 1.
Double kill.
Should be game 1. I expect HPV to march right down the bottom lane. HPV used by reverse. And vicious from HPV. That should do it. CB up in
It was
10.
close
A little too late.
until Hillsong.
Yeah, close though, was it? Alright, well, a solid game 1 performance from HPB. Best of 3, so stick around. We will be back after a quick break.
And we are back. So game one did not go the way Rivals was hoping for. Ended up taking the big fat L in game one, but it was close. It was a 2,000 gold lead most of the way. And in the end, they were only down 4,000, but they were also down their Nexus, and that's all that matters. So let's see what they have in game two. As far as individual matchups, I liked what I saw. Salo did a great job in the mid lane there. He got ahead on the Akali. You didn't see it as much in the end. The bot lane went pretty even. That is who we thought was going to be the carry coming into here for HPB. They week one had a great bot lane with Slivik and Key, and we saw BKs and CB. They were able to control that lane early. Eventually, the Zeri was able to scale. Mordekaiser in the top lane kind of ended up being the problem. A low damage comp from Rivals, and once he got ahead, they were really not able to ever shut him down. They got a couple kills on him, got those gold bounties, but it wasn't enough. He was pretty big. It took almost 5v1 for them to bring him down. And while they were trying to do that, the rest of the team for HBP running everything over. So definitely something that we can improve upon. Both teams now getting into the lobby. We'll see what the drafts look like. HPB, they got picks that they wanted. I'm interested to see this draft. Salo got put on his 6th champ there. They got 4 bans and a pick before he got to pick his champ. So let's see if they try to get him on something a little bit more comfortable early. 4 bans is a lot, and you're not going to carry when you get 4 bans. So it looks like both teams now in the lobby. It looks like we're getting ready for draft in game 2. We have HBP or HPB. HPB is ready, and Rivals just hits the ready check again. So we are now going to be live in draft for game 2. What is Rivals going to bring out in this game? It's going to be the Orianna ban. They do not want to see the Orianna in this game. Much of the same. Zach, the answer for Rivals. And let me guess, another mid laner. Which one is it going to be? That's the way game 1 went. Are they going to keep banning mids here? Or is someone else going to eat a ban for Rivals? Not the instant lock-in like I was thinking. They're talking. It is going to be a mid laner. It's going to be Victor. Victor's super strong right now since the rework. Got that arcane buff. They want to sell the skins. Rivals. Let's see who they're bringing in the ban. They took down the Zac last game. They banned a Misfortune. And it's going to be the Zeri this game. Zeri did decent in lane. Not really known for her laning prowess, known for her late game, and she did do well. The Misfortune ban from the other side now. So both games, blue side banning Misfortune. I would think Misfortune would have been a first pick option for either team, but they didn't think so. Caitlyn, the answer for Rivals. So 380 carries banned out. It's going to be the Maokai that's coming out for HPB. Such a great flex pick that was banned last time by Rivals. It can go top, it can go support, it can go jungle. Gives you a lot of options in draft. Rivals coming back with the Udyr. It's probably going to go jungle for Big Rev. Udyr, a good champ. Has some damage, has some frontline, do a little bit of everything. leaves your options open, and let's see who else is going to come through for Rivals. I'm expecting an ADC here. But no, it's going to be the Yone. Okay. Let's go. They take the mid pick before they can ban them all. That's what we wanted to see. The answer is going to be Syndra. Okay. Second game in a row of Syndra. And Singed as the third champ. All right. That is a something you don't always see. Let's put it that way. Not a lot of Singed played in comp, but it's coming out today. What's Rivals going to do? The both bot laners still unpicked for Rivals. And it's going to be the Kog'Maw. Okay. You want scaling, you want hyper carry. Kog'Maw's got it all. You just gotta stand in front and let him auto away. So HPB, no ADC so far. Let's see if we can, there's going to be some more ADC bans coming out here. Could also be banning supports. Going to be the Kai'Sa ban. Kai'Sa not in the best place right now, but certainly still a hard scaler. Seraphine is going to be banned by HPB. I have seen CB pop off on Seraphine for years now. That's always a good ban. And Smolder, another good scaling pick. It looks like Rivals does not want to give one of those scalers to HPB. They want that late game AD carry. And the last ban, is it going to be a top ban? Is it going to be a support ban? And it's Lulu. Cog Lulu, a very traditional lane, very good. You get that big Kog'Maw, he just doesn't die and he kills everyone. Alright, so Rivals. They have their support, they have their top lane. Let's see who is being picked. I would expect the support being picked here. And it's going to be the Karma. Okay. Karma, kind of a lane bully. Can protect the Kog'Maw early. Get him to that late game fantasy where he is just using the Arcane Barrage or... not Arcane Barrage, I don't even know what it's called. Where he hits W and hits people from halfway across the map. It's going to be Ezreal. It's going to be Sona. That's going to be the bot lane for HPB. And the response is going to be the Amumu. Okay. That is going to be an Udyr top. They flex it. They put the Amumu. That's why you leave that for last pick. And we have some frontline damage. Some frontline available to protect the Kog'Maw. The Singed wants to go in. The Maokai wants to go in. But you don't have too much going on the Kog'Maw. Should be able to protect him here. Certainly, the damage dealers are not going to be the ones diving in this comp. So, protect the Kog'Maw is probably going to be this. You have Yone can dive on the back line, a Mumu that can dive on the back line, Udyr that can dive on the back line, Carmen that can stay back, protect the Cog. Do have some poke though. You have the Syndra, you have the Ezreal, you have the Sona. They can hit you from pretty far away. I like both teams' comps here. I don't think one is specifically better than the other. So it will be interesting to see how it's going to play out here. Definitely a... I'm excited, though. I am excited. Singed. I haven't seen a Singed play in quite a while. Reverse, though, it is his most played champ. 62% win rate in ranked for Reverse on Singed. I haven't seen a Singe play in a while, so I'm a little excited. Singe versus Udyr, I am not sure how that's going to go. I'm going to be honest with you. Both of those champs, not normally played in the top lane, or not played a lot. They both are top laners, but not a high pick rate in the top lane. Ezreal, Sona in the bot versus Karma, Kog'Maw. Ezreal and Cog both pretty good at scaling. Cog definitely better at shredding tanks. Ezreal better at poking. That will be an interesting lane that could go either way. We will see what happens. The mid lane. Sallow did get the champ that he was looking for last game. He was put all the way back on his 6th choice. So that will be much appreciated for him, I'm sure. Getting on something a little bit more comfortable. We saw him on Yone last week. He played pretty well. Going to try to duplicate that again this week. Certainly if he gets ahead, could be a problem. The Ezreal can die, the Syndra can die,
The ball is angry.
the Sona can die. And then you have the Kog'Maw to take out the two big guys. So I like the damage output from Rivals this game. I think it's a little bit better than last game. They have more sustained damage, more guaranteed damage. They have some front line still. Certainly the Udyr, certainly the Amumu. And these teams are trying to get into game here, but it looks like we keep having problems as we have now tried to tournament draft 3 times. 3 different times we have not made it through pick ban on the tournament side of things. Got a couple people going to restart their client right now. Riot, fix your client. I'm just kidding. We love your game. Please inflate my MMR and get me to gold. That's all I want. So, Twitch chat, what do you guys think? Who is winning this draft? Certainly, we saw HBP execute a strategy well last time. They got their Singe this time. We saw the Syndra be very effective. That bot lane going to look completely different than it did last time, but certainly in week 1, we did see Slivik and Key as the 2 carries, and that was the lane that really did it for them. So I have faith that they'll still be good, but they're all hyped up. And don't get me wrong, they did a great job, but CB and PKs, they did not cave in game 1. They had a pretty good game themselves.
No spark between us anyway.
We will see
Not a
in
problem.
game 2 if they're able to repeat that
Shall I turn in my
success they had
badge and
early.
rifle as well?
Game kind of stalled last game 1 in the mid game. We went into mid game around a 2,000 gold lead by HPB, and that stayed around the same for the next 10 minutes of the game as the teams kind of split the map, taking this, taking that. You take Dragon, I'll take Grubs. You take Dragon, I'll take Rift. But it did get out of hand a little bit late. HBP was able to capitalize on their scaling champs. They had the lead on the champs that mattered. And eventually were able to end that game.
Okay.
All right, it looks like the bans are coming through in the tournament draft.
What did I do?
Let's see if we can get through this thing without having to restart.
I recommend skipping.
Third time is the charm. We're almost there, guys. I promise we'll get into the game soon. One champ left. That's all we need to get through this. Hit that lock button for me. There we go. All right. So, it looks like we are about to load into the game now, assuming no one leaves. We made it through. Riot client, don't disappoint us now. See how these guys start. Last game, both teams grouped as 5 early on. Rivals with the invades. And HPB with the 5-man in a bush. They chose the wrong side, though. Let's see if they choose the right side this time, if they do something themselves. Is the Singe going to proxy? These are the questions we are about to find out when we get into the game.
All right, I'm back.
Oh man, that Riot client was a rough loading.
Yeah,
for
it was
sure.
that bug where like it wouldn't let you ban like specific champions and gray out half the champions. So a little bit of trial and error there. I think the draft a bit better for us this go around. Will be interesting to see how the Singe plays. This guy is like a Singe OTP. But it's
Yeah, I am excited for that. I don't see a lot of Singed, so
yeah.
I wanna see what's gonna happen.
Lots of magic damage in their comp. Ezreal being the only AD, I think favors us. Key didn't have the greatest of games. Game 1. I mean, really, it just came down to like silly mistakes from us, and then them punishing effectively. But like, we kept the game close when really they could have ran away with it. In game 1. So we'll have to see. I think we have plenty of tools to play into them. But
Yeah, I do like this draft. A lot more damage on our side. That we can do a lot more with different people. So
yeah,
excited to see that.
yeah, we'll have. I mean, I'm optimistic. I'd like to get a win, just match win. But you got to start with a game, right? Just take a step back, think of what both these comps are trying to do, and then have at it. We'll have to see. We will throw it to a quick break, and then we'll be back on the Rift after this.